Alright, green, then red, then orange. So I still have, like, I can tell right away that there's going to be difficulties. Let's see, I got the bandwidth warning for Periscope. Got the bandwidth warning for Twitch. But if everything else works out, if I can get everything else to work out, then it'll be worth buying transcoding hours to actually, well, to get everything working as it should. I just need it to go to YouTube properly. Just need this to go to YouTube properly. And then everything else is secondary. So, video quality is probably gonna be bad for a while. Yeah, it says Seattle here. I probably can't change this on the fly. I probably shouldn't try either. What does the speed test say though? I can do a speed test like this. So Seattle's saying 68 milliseconds. And even speed testing it while streaming gives me 11 Mbps. Oh no wait, almost 15 Mbps. 13.63 Mbps. Oh, now somehow it switched itself to Dallas, Texas of all places. Dallas, Texas is not where I want to stream to. So that one's correct. That is... Why did it switch back to Dallas, Texas from all places? Settings, stream. Yeah, that's still showing correct. Maybe it's just displaying all the servers, and I can just send it to whichever one works. Hello.
Yay!
Yay. let's see if I can get. Let's see, go back to this channel. This is what we want to see.
Quest.
There we go.
Collect new weapons, armors, and abilities to look your dandiest as you pummel your foes with your signature backpack. Had your fill of glamorous adventure, then unwind and sharpen your strategic mind by competing in card battles with future subjects from across the land.
So here's something new.
You can dig into Shovel Knight King of Cards in early 2018.
So
now let's take a look at our next game, which should bring back some fond memories for anyone who has ever loved a game so much your mom had to hide it from you. Mom Hid My Game may seem like a simple seek and find game about seeking and finding a game, and, well, it is. But you've really got to push your imagination to solve each stage. Both the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo 3DS versions will include some exclusive stages when it launches later this year. And in the end, you may just learn to see all the fun hiding around you in everyday life. Maybe. Either way, it's definitely a great way to diversify your Nintendo Switch library. Role-playing is almost always about knights hitting monsters with swords and arrows, and that's great. But how about an RPG where your weapon of choice is a set of clubs? Golf clubs, that is. Enter Golf Story, a massive journey through the wild world of golf, where each new area you visit contains new courses, towns, locals, and secrets to aim for. This sporting saga has a dramatic story with a diverse cast of characters to meet, challenges to beat, upgrades to earn, and equipment to collect, not to mention disc golf, mini golf, and drone flights. Golf Story will launch this September, exclusively on Nintendo Switch. With all these announcements, maybe you need a little
Golf Story.
Breakbeat, that is.
It looks very clean and all.
All right.
But it doesn't really look like the
kind
kind of
I
thing
got carried away there, but once you experience Floor Kids from the folks at Merge Media, you'll feel the same way.
I didn't get a chance to see this. Darn Chrome died, so I had to reload it.
I see. That would explain the silence.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is new.
Scribbles.
Savoyal. So, something like a...
It's a rhythm game, I guess.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Tony Hawk.
If I know something, I'll get.
With sketch animation. Yeah, a Tony Hawk style dance game. This is something that could work for me. Created by John. So who's this John guy? I want to meet him.
Yeah. If I was given a copy, I'd probably play it, but I wouldn't go out and outright purchase it myself.
This rhythm-based action game will give you the expressive control you need to feel the fun and find your style. In a series of breakdance sessions, you'll bust out
I put a
earn
lot of
respect,
hours
and
into
recruit a diverse
Tony
set
Hawk
of dancers as you reach new locations.
So I could see myself paying
Play
$20 for a
you
game like
in
this,
single or
where you
multiplayer
basically
modes with either traditional
combo
controls
dance moves
or
into each other.
touchscreen gestures. Amazing hand-drawn visuals by indie creator John, and a soundtrack by the one and only Kid Koala make this a must-have title when the game launches first on Nintendo Switch this holiday. Many of us have fond memories of destroying enemies and tokens during the arcade scene of the 80s and the 90s. But now Wolverblade is bringing back that beat-em-up no tokens required.
Hey, nice.
The hand-drawn art lends to the cinematic nature, steeped in the deepest lore of Britannia, depicting real people and places from ancient Britain.
It's an arcade beat-em-up, but with a
beautiful vengeance on your enemies as you travel from torchlit woodlands to
it's too bad.
Wolverblade will start on Nintendo eShop this September
to make the games not look like they were from the 90s Flash era.
You don't have to be an architect to flex their engineering muscles in Polybridge, the bridge building simulator that proves it's just as fun to fix things up as it is to watch
bridge building.
I have no interest in these bridge games. Like, this is one of the games that I think
you up to jump in the sandbox and create your own incredible bridges, puzzles, and absurdities to show your friends.
This kind of stuff just doesn't appeal to me,
but
it has its own audience, so I guess that's why it's here.
On Nintendo Switch as a console.
Yeah. Holy Bridge.
Up next, our friends at Cardboard Computer and Annapurna Interactive are pleased to introduce you to a magical realist adventure game about a secret highway in the caves beneath Kentucky. Check it out.
A secret highway.
Oh, hey, this is Away, isn't it? This game that doesn't look anything like anime, but somehow has an anime theme song.
Huh.
I mean, I guess it looks
Don't think I've seen this
vaguely,
before.
it looks vaguely anime inspired, but it's got its own unique animation style.
Okay.
If it's what I'm thinking it is. But yeah, it's a big one. It's a game that I'm gonna pick up on the Switch.
Okay.
Kentucky Route Zero TV edition. So this is something different. And they showed us
We're
nothing.
excited to announce that
No.
Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition is coming to Nintendo Switch, including the debut of the long-awaited fifth and final act of the series. In this episodic tale, an antique furniture delivery man trying to make his small shop's last delivery gets lost along the way and meets a Honda TV repairwoman, a young boy and his giant eagle brother, a pair of robot musicians, and dozens of other characters. Together, they explore the nocturnal highways and country roads of Kentucky, the storied Echo River by ferry, and the mysterious Route Zero, the secret highway that runs through Mammoth Cave. Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition, which includes all 5 acts and
Yeah, I don't know.
launches
It
on
seems
Nintendo Switch
interesting,
early next
but
year.
it also looks kind of like a
Earth
horror game.
Atlantis
and
is
I could be
digital
easily
proof that
spooked.
side-scrolling shooters can be
So I
more than
might
Yeah.
stay away from this one.
They can also offer a startling look into the future, one where an impending disaster called the Great Climate Shift of the 21st century covered 96% of the Earth in merciless water. As one of the last
Yeah, shoot 'em
survivors
up.
of humanity,
Yeah.
you must explore this new underwater
I'm
world.
kind of
and
neutral
hunt
to
down
this one. I
monstrous
played a lot of
creature
Bangai-O
machine
on the
hybrids.
Dreamcast.
Multiple
and-
ships with special
I mean,
weapons
that's
and a
basically
power-up
my measuring
system
stick now.
will bring the fight to the ocean floor. When
So
Okay.
I'm not
first
too
on
excited
Nintendo
about
Switch
this.
this fall.
Now the
Next
graphics
up,
look similar
the
to that
debut game from Digital
ballpoint
Continuum,
shoot 'em up game.
founded by
That was
industry
Yeah.
so.
veteran Joe Turngali, executive producer of Scribblenauts, Lock's Quest, and Drawn to Life. It's called Next Step Hero, and it's a community-driven online action game where
Next Step
everybody
Hero.
dies.
Online
The
action
fighting
game.
spirit lives on.
All right.
When one
This is
hero
looking pretty
falls,
fun.
an echo is
Oh,
left
it's
behind,
one of these
and the next
games.
hero can revive them as an AI companion. As a result, you'll take turns fighting and dying beside your friends until entire armies fall before you. Choose from 9 heroes and wield everything from swords to rockets to bongo drums. When the game launches on Nintendo Switch in
This one
early
looks like it might be
2018,
worth a try.
complete with a Joy-Con co-op.
Maybe.
Like, provided there's someone I could
In our
play.
first Nindies
someone else
Showcase last
wants to play with
February, we had the
online
privilege of
specifically.
debuting SteamWorld Dig 2. But there was
SteamWorld
one
Yeah.
dirty little secret we left
Is
buried
Ooh,
under
I know
the
it's
earth.
going to be a really
Let's
good
see if
game.
you play it.
Yeah,
Perhaps this
Oh,
new
yeah.
trailer from Image
because
and
I
Form
played
will
the
help.
first one at
It's gonna be
least
an awesome
3 times through. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So
I
I
went
mean,
through
they don't
it
even
once.
need to say much about it, just to show off the game itself.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Missing Rusty.
Yeah.
In her search for
Wonder how
answers,
much of the roots it stays there with going back up
more
top
than
and
she bargained for.
upgrading. Looks like it's pretty close to it.
The caves, the companions, the upgrades.
Yeah, it looks pretty sweet.
Yeah. Like they have a
The dangers.
they did what I want to do
SteamWorld
while I make my
Dig
games. That is have a
A
really
first
solid
of its kind game.
gameplay foundation,
Again.
and then like build the actual level, the environments last.
Now, let's return to the surface
Okay.
of the Earth so we can explore a corner of it rarely seen in fiction. I'll let the
Next
trailer
month that
get
comes
us
out.
started.
Yeah. I mean, they've been working on this forever, so
Yeah.
you know it's got to be near completion. Now this is new. This is new to me.
Yeah, I haven't seen this before. It's the indie Monster Hunter.
That would be Dauntless, and it'd be great if that was coming to the
Yeah.
Switch. But Dauntless looks really rough as is.
I think it's a Native American style
Yeah.
type game. No.
I mean, that was the original. That was the original impression that I got from playing Monster Hunter. That you're playing as a native, and this seems to dial that aspect up a bit. It does actually look like
Yeah.
a Monster Hunter kind of game. but
It did, yeah.
focused on
The developers at
one weapon.
Lienzo have created this lush game world inspired by the Tarahumara's wondrous Sierra and its inhabitants.
Aha!
Famous for their running skills, they were once known as skilled warriors. And so you must live up to your ancestry by battling mythical creatures, solving puzzles, and undergoing magical transformations. Wield the power of the gods on your quest to become a true Sakurame when Malaka releases on Nintendo Switch with exclusive features and functionality early next year.
All right.
There's
There's
only
another one.
one
Looks like-
problem
put
with
that-
adventure
put that one in
games,
the,
a
might be
distinct
worth a
lack of elephants.
stack there.
But never
The name
fear,
Q, yeah.
Yeah.
Yono is here, and he's basically a one-mammal army.
Hey,
He
Yono.
can open chests with his trunk, headbutt bad guys, spray water,
It's an adorable
blow
headbutt.
flames, push blocks, throw explosives, mess with chickens. You know,
Mess with
stuff.
chickens.
It's just so cute when he does
Of
it.
course.
Elephants never forget, and you shouldn't either. This
You
game
need chicken
launches on
mechanics in your
Nintendo
game.
Switch October 12th as a console
Yeah.
exclusive. Inti Creates has already released some
Inti
amazing
Creates.
content on Nintendo Switch, including Blaster Master Zero and
Ooh, I know
Mighty
what they're
Gunvolt
doing.
Burst.
Gunvolt.
It's safe to say they kind of know what they're doing.
Last Striker.
And that's why I'm thrilled to show you their next big thing, Dragon March for Death.
Oh wow, this is
It's a side-scrolling
new.
action RPG that you can play alone or with up to
Action
3 friends via
RPG.
local or online play.
with
No
online
matter what,
play.
you'll forge a path
Yeah,
with the
Inti
dragon
Creates
to
knows what they're
Nice.
doing.
protect the party.
Inti
with the
Creates
wolf.
definitely knows what they're
Use your attack
doing.
Power. Fool your foes as a
Yeah.
shady trickster, or use the witch's magic to heal an attack. With 30 enormous quests, you'll have
Action
hours
RPG
and
with
hours of
online
action
play for the Switch.
when the
Yeah,
game
you're
launches
goddamn right.
exclusively
Inti
on
Creates
Nintendo
knows what they're
Switch.
doing.
Fantasy fans
Is
have
it,
endless
30 levels or
appetites,
something?
and apparently not just
Oh, I
for
don't know. It could be
adventure.
one level. Inti
Orcs,
Creates knows how
elves,
to
and
make it
humans
worth
have
it.
one thing in common. I need to feed. And that means they need to hunt for
Blaster
ingredients.
Master Zero was a
Of course,
much shorter
I'm talking
game than
about Battle
NES
Chef
version.
Brigade from
Much shorter and
Trinket
much
Studios and
easier.
Adult Swim
But it was
Games.
worth playing over
It's
and
one
over
part
again.
combo-based action game, one part match-3 puzzler.
Blaster
and an
Master
all-around
Zero
feast
for
fans
Switch,
of
which is
2D
a lot
anime.
shorter than the NES version.
Each
I
character's
mean, like, if
personality
you're an
and cooking
expert at
style
both
as you
games,
play
you'll
through their
probably finish the
campaigns.
NES game
Or
quicker.
challenge the leaderboards
But
when the
because
game
Blaster
launches
Master Zero
first
was
on
easier
Nintendo
than the
Switch
NES
this
game,
holiday.
it would be shorter for most players.
Our team is constantly looking for popular genres that may be missing from our catalog, and that's why we're pumped.
Probably
to
give you the
introduce you
DLC
to a brand
to,
new shooter
help
for Nintendo
replay it.
Switch that's unlike anything you've ever seen.
Yeah, the DLC over time definitely helps.
Yeah. One of these days I want to buy that.
Meet the Morphes. Multiplayer
Uh-huh.
shooter. This looks like it could be a spiritual sequel to, or spiritual successor to Swapfire. Morphes can change their bodies, thus the name Morphes, by stealing mass from other Morphes. But if you steal mass,
Yeah.
then you become a bigger target. When Morphes steal mass, their team avatar grows. Alright.
That's pretty
Team
big.
with the tallest. Okay. So that's the balancing factor. You want to steal mass, but if you do, you become a bigger target. So that's good.
That's gonna be weird.
Yeah. Body size also affects where Morphes can go. So if you're small, you can go more places. Morph your body and adapt your strategy. This seems like something that'll take
Morphe's
a
Law
lot of
is sure to
testing
cause
get right.
mass hysteria when it launches first on
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch as a console.
So that way
exclusive.
everybody can just focus on taking out the one big guy.
Have you ever wanted to play a physics sports game about adorable floppy-necked animals competing on a reality TV show? I know this guy has. Well, look no
Is this
further
Damon
than
Baker?
Sausage Sports Club.
Yeah.
Features multiple
This is
game
Damon
modes,
Baker.
arenas, and playable characters, which should provide
Like-
the fuel needed for up to 8 players to roast each
From
other.
what I hear, he's great at
You can even
coordinating with
control
third
your
parties,
silly
but
animal's flopping head with Joy-Con motion control.
maybe not so much for
Check it out when it
speaking
launches
into a
first
camera.
on Nintendo Switch.
And
this
again,
fall.
everyone that I've seen that started out awkwardly
In
speaking
Light
into a
Fingers,
camera,
1 to 4
ended up,
players manipulate
getting
a
good
magical
at it
clockwork
eventually.
board in this turn-based multiplayer
First
game.
Yeah,
it
it's
comes,
like
up, comes to
featuring
mind
real-time challenges,
Kit and Krista
devious
from the Nintendo
opportunities
Minute
for
Show.
misdirection, and of course, lots of
Okay.
Like now they're
With
just now they seem
procedurally
like
generated
naturals.
boards, you'll never fight the same battle twice. And support for tabletop mode makes it the perfect portable board game for you and your friends.
Portable board
Play
game.
nice
This
or
looks like it
not.
could be interesting.
When Light Fingers launches
Not
first
just
on
for
Nintendo
me, but
Switch
there's
early
like a
next year.
big board game community in the city.
We've all heard of beat 'em up games, but what about a
Yeah.
blast 'em
To
up?
see how we have to see more of the footage.
This is Nine Parchments.
Oh yes,
Local
9
and online
parchments.
co-op game for
Nine
up to 4
Parchments looks
players
pretty
about
good.
wannabe
It
wizards
has a
on
very
fast
strong
track
Final
almighty
Fantasy
battles.
Crystal Chronicles kind
As
of
you
vibe.
battle strange
And
creatures
it feels
and
like
mighty
it's
bosses,
basically
Yeah.
cashing
you'll wield
in
an ever-changing
where
arsenal of
Square
spells,
Enix
unlock new
dropped
characters, level them up,
dropped the ball, I guess.
and earn new hats and staves. The breathtaking world
That's
of the
gonna be fun to
Tron
play
series
this.
is yours to
Yeah.
protect when the game launches on Nintendo Switch this holiday. All right, folks.
Oh, the
we have
holidays. I
one
gotta
more
wait till
game
then.
to reveal. I'm really glad that we
Holidays
saved
aren't
it to
that
the end
far
because
away.
we would have melted your faces off.
Especially with the games they've
It's
already
my
announced.
honor to introduce the latest game from the punk rock styling
Yeah.
of Suda51 and Grasshopper Manufacturing.
All right, Suda51,
Enjoy.
maker of No More Heroes. What does he have for Switch? Something pixel? This could be No More Heroes. Certainly high stylized.
The art's interesting, but probably not something I would play.
20th anniversary of Marvelous. Is this a good guy or a bad guy?
Take one more step, you're dead. It's too late. Now you're screwed, old man.
It is Travis.
Let's play. Bring it, nerd. Hey, you're dead.
Finally, the long-awaited No More Heroes 3. Or No More Heroes sequel, at least.
At least introduce myself.
Huh.
Rabbit, touchdown. You murdered my dog. Don't pretend you forgot. Now you're just gonna confuse people. They need to know about the most hardcore assassin in video games. You bastard! We're trying to butter up the gamers. Your fight is here in the real world.
Directed by Outlast? Directed by Suda51. I didn't even notice that he was beating a message into the glass.
Yeah.
This is where
Travis strikes again. No More Heroes. And the
As you
10th
can
anniversary
see,
of No
the
More
indie
Heroes.
influence is alive and well in No More Heroes, Travis Strikes Again, combining the eclectic style of Grasshopper Manufacture
Never
and a
played the
number of
first one.
collaborations with prominent indie developers. 7 years have passed since the events of No More Heroes, and the Bat is here to exact his revenge on Travis for the murder of his daughter, Bad Girl. Just as the battle begins, the two men are inhaled by a phantom game console, the Death Drive Mark II. The only way out? Beat all 6 games and their respective bosses. Travis Touchdown will have his hands full when the game launches exclusively on Nintendo Switch next year, so stay tuned for more updates. Thanks to all the amazing independent publishers
Interesting
and
to see
developers
what
for
they
their support
they come
of
up
Nintendo
with
Switch.
this. It looks
And
like it's
thank you,
a
the
departure
fans, for
from
your help in making our
the
platform
expected
the
No More
definitive
Heroes
home for
action
quality
combat.
indie content. Take care
Okay.
and see
Like,
you again
it-
soon.
On the one hand, it might be like traditional No More Heroes style gameplay. It's just that the 6 environments are vaguely modeled after games, or it could be 6 like oversized mini games with a vague like Travis Touchdown flavor invading all of them. So I don't know. I'll be willing to give it a chance. Like I want to see some gameplay. I want to
Yeah,
see some
it's always a
gameplay
matter about
and,
the gameplay.
Yeah. Like, is this really a No More Heroes game, or is it a No More Heroes themed mini game collection by a bunch of indies?
Yeah. That was a short thing, 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, this is just a short a short showcase of indie games. So like, what stood out for you? Like, did anything?
For
in
me, I
particular?
would definitely say I would go with SteamWorld Dig 2. That looked really cool.
Oh yeah,
And Parchment looked nice.
yeah. I still have to finish SteamWorld
Unfortunately-
Heist. But I
Okay.
I played through SteamWorld Dig all the way through in one go. So I mean that was like I'm definitely looking forward to SteamWorld Dig 2. Did you ever
The
play?
heist was really good.
Did you ever play the earlier SteamWorld game? One of them was called SteamWorld Tower Defense, I believe, and that was I believe that was a DSiWare title.
No, I haven't played that one. I've heard of it, but no. I've played through Dig, which was good, and then Heist, which was cool.
All right. Yeah. When SteamWorld
I haven't
Tower
tried
Defense.
the
Oh, go ahead.
I haven't tried the DLC for Heist though.
Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to remember whether I bought the DLC or not. I don't remember I don't remember that there was DLC. But now that I know, maybe I'll maybe I'll be more inclined to just complete Heist and see if I want to play the DLC.
Yeah, because the DLC for Heist gives you, I believe it was an extra character and then some extra missions or more missions. I don't remember exactly, but I think you got an extra character at least out of it and something else.
All right. Um. Yeah. Let's see. What was I saying earlier?
That's cool. Like Golf Story's coming. Golf
Oh yeah.
Story, like I unfortunately didn't catch the video for it. I was
All right.
trying to get stuff fixed on the computer.
Yeah. Golf
But
Story.
when I saw the earlier screenshots, it looked a lot like the old hybrid TurboGrafx RPG games,
Oh,
like
okay.
that tennis hybrid and the racing hybrid.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know about those, but like I was reminded of Mario Golf, and Mario Golf and Mario Tennis were kind of hybrid RPGs on the Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance. And I sunk a lot of time into Mario Tennis on GBC, but I tried to get into Mario Tennis and Golf on GBA, and I just wasn't as enthralled by them. I mean, I really enjoyed Golden Sun, and I really hope Camelot goes back to making Golden Sun. But I'm not too excited about a golf or tennis RPG, whether it's by Camelot or by anyone else.
Okay. Yeah, I never played those ones for the Game Boy. Yeah, the only RPG hybrids I really played were the old TurboGrafx ones.
All right.
I've been more focused into main like the traditional
Yeah.
RPGs and stuff. But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
always open to trying that one out, see how it looks.
Speaking of which, like one way to really turn me off of a game is when they say, you know how when you're in a medieval fantasy setting and you're using swords and magic and stuff, how about we not do that? I mean, it's like that just makes me want to say, how about I not pay attention to your game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the other game looked interesting. That side-scrolling online
Oh yeah.
beat 'em up with the
The one by
action game.
Intercreate. Is that let's see, it was
Yeah.
I don't even remember the title. I was just looking at the
No, I don't
looking at the
either.
action and you know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
Kinda curious
rewatch
what-
that.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what you can all get for like if there's actual upgrade system in it, or if it's like the D&D arcade games where you just start from scratch every time, or how they're going to play that and
Yeah.
upgrades.
I mean that's like I mean when they say RPG, that like a good emphasis on customization is kind of implied, whether it happens from the beginning or whether you start from scratch and customize as you progress. There's some element of that in the like as a strong part of the game.
Yeah, because you think if you start over, like the Mysteria games, then that's like perm death.
Yeah.
You know, you talk about any
Yeah.
perm death in there.
Yeah, that's not only permadeath. That's not only permadeath, but I mean, traditionally that was just straight up called a game over, because like time goes back to the game. Like in roguelikes, when you die,
Yeah.
typically your death is recorded and time moves forward. So the next person to enter the dungeon or enter the roguelike environment has to deal with the consequences of the deaths of the previous players. In a game like NetHack, this actually means sometimes encountering the zombified remains of your previous player, including all of their equipment, levels, and upgrades, and pets, and all that stuff, all of those turned evil, and all of their items turned cursed, and all of them being used against you.
Oh no. Yeah, I've heard of and you mentioned that hack before. I think I've heard it online a few times as well. I've been curious to see what it's like, but
It's a free
I
game.
just not have time.
Yeah. It's a free game, but it takes 40 hours to get through. And again, like it's permanent
Oh,
death.
wow.
So if you save, that also means that you quit the game because you can't save and then die and then reload from a save. So when you save, you also
Okay.
quit, or when you quit, you also save. I think you can quit without saving, but the game straight up asks you, "Are you sure you want to kill off your character this way?"
you have to play it within one session, basically.
Well, an extended session. You can save and quit,
Yeah.
and then resume. You just have to remember. You just have to know what you're doing. And there have been speedruns. I think
Okay.
the fastest run that I've seen is still about 3 hours long.
That's not that bad.
Yeah. And like the thing about NetHack is it really tests your ability not to get lucky and get the right combination of items, but just to know what your options are at any time, because you have at least 26 options at any time, because like every key on the keyboard corresponds to a command. If there's monsters
Oh,
in the
wow.
room, if there's
That's crazy.
like if there's monsters in the room and you have no way to fight them, scribble the word Elbereth on the ground and they'll leave you alone. Because most monsters respect the name of Elbereth. So if you're standing on an Elbereth square,
Okay.
they will not enter that square. They will not attack anything on that square. And like there's
Oh, wow.
a bunch of stuff like that. Like because of how they set up commands, if you want to drink a potion, you have to type the letter Q. But like to quaff the potion, you could throw the potion with the letter T. You could dip arrows into it with, I believe, the apply command, which is the letter A. Oh no, wait, there's more than 26 commands because you can shift. Like if you press W, then that means to wield a weapon. But if you press Shift W, that means to wear a piece of armor. So if you really wanted, you could wield a piece of armor as a weapon. You could wield, one of the best weapons in the game is a cockatrice corpse. Because if you hit someone with it, they turn to stone. If you hit a fleshy monster with it, they turn to stone. But the thing is,
nice.
if you touch a cockatrice corpse with your bare hands, you turn to stone. So you have to find yourself a pair of gloves. Wear the gloves, then wield the cockatrice corpse.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it's like the downside to this is there is absolutely the most minimal graphics that you can find. There are modifications to improve the graphics of NetHack, but it's still like you could see it almost looks better using ASCII graphics because the game is coded around ASCII graphics. For example,
Yeah, I remember a lot of the older games doing ASCII.
Yeah, like all the monsters are separated into categories, and categories are represented by letters of the alphabet. So if you see an H wandering around, it could be an elf, it could be a dwarf, it could be it wouldn't be an orc. Orcs have their own. But any humanoid monster would be represented by an H. And if you try to use a graphics pack to replace that H with an actual monster, then all H's will be replaced by one humanoid. It could be a human, and you wouldn't be able to tell whether it was an actual human or an elf or a dwarf until you used a special command to look at it more closely. And whereas in NetHack, you would see the H, you would think, oh, it's a humanoid, let me look at it, let me use the look command to look at it more closely and see what it is. Whereas if you see a human wandering around, you'd think, oh, it's a human, and react as if it was a human.
Yeah, so it kind of do a disservice to you.
Yeah. But yeah, like I could talk.
Yes.
I could talk for hours about NetHack, but until NetHack is coming to the Switch, it would be a bit off topic. I have gone a bit off topic. But yeah.
Yeah, but for speedrunning though, yeah, I'm curious how fast you'll be able to do SteamWorld Dig 2 on. Apparently, people were able to beat the first one like 45 minutes, which that's like, wow. So I'm curious to see if 2 has been set up with a speedrun element to it as well.
Ooh, I've never tried speedrunning SteamWorld Dig. I'm actually a little worried that I wouldn't be able to do speedruns of SteamWorld anything, Dig or Dig 2, just because I'm absent-minded enough that I would do something like, I don't know, dig straight down under a weight and then get myself crushed. Like
yeah, as it falls down.
Yeah, just like doing noob mistakes like that, especially late in the game where I start losing my nerve. But I'll definitely just do a regular old playthrough of it and see what I can find. I might do a 100% run, not a speed run, just a 100% run.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably as far as I could think to do in terms of aesthetic forms. or aesthetic play of.
Yeah, well, we got a few
videos
cool.
What were you saying?
I was saying, yeah, they got a few cool games coming out there that try doing some 100% runs on and see how you do. And
Mm-hmm. Anyways, I think I'll end my stream here, since we've gone way
Okay.
off topic and we've probably discussed all we can about the indie games that have been shown. So thank you for joining me,
Yeah.
or thank you for watching the archived video, if that is how you have consumed this content. And I guess I'll catch you later. This has been Cumulative
Okay, back to this.
and TwinWorld Game Reviews. So check out their channel if you
Have
haven't
yourselves
already.
good evening, everyone. Day, evening, night, whatever it is.
All right, later then.